orange. And is that red? I'm getting the face from John Brinkerhuff, who was on the steering committee here at the Wendy's Charity Classic. We're at the Country Club of Lansing, where the LPGA Legends Tour played yesterday. These are players, names you would know. Ladies like Pat Bradley and Elaine Crosby and Cindy Fig Courier, who won the event. Rosie Jones, Cindy Rarick, Barb Mucha, who won the Oldsmobile Classic one year at Walnut Hills in Michigan, and Betsy King, and even Jan Stevenson. Jan Stevenson was like one of the first LPGA players to make it kind of well, she was like a glamour model, wasn't she, really, at the time, and still is, from what I could see yesterday.
Yeah, I would agree with that comment. Yeah, absolutely.
So what happens today? Now, we know yesterday there was a serious competition, a $100,000 purse here at the Country Club of Jackson, and Cindy Fig Courier, originally from Michigan, from Mount Pleasant, was the winner, and the players are still around today. What for?
They sure are. There's a Pro-Am going to go on today. The volunteers will be out in force to make sure that the sponsors and donors have a good time. We want to reward them for showing their support of the charity.
Let me tell you something that struck me just as you were talking. The Michigan golf scene, as prominent as it is, and we have courses that are all in the top 100 in all the big magazines. We used to have a PGA Tour event, the Buick Open. We don't have that anymore. We used to have a senior tour event in Grand Rapids, which was under various names there at Egypt Valley. We don't have that anymore. We used to have a senior tour event in Dearborn. It was a senior major, Ford Senior Players Championship. We don't have that anymore. We used to have an LPGA event for 10 years in Lansing at Walnut Hills, the Oldsmobile Classic. We don't have that anymore.
Nope.
We don't have any, major golf events in Michigan. We've even had the Ryder Cup. We had the PGA Championship not that long ago. Yeah. This is it.
We have professional golf here in Jackson.
The LPGA Legends Tour. And How many years have they been coming?
Well, this is the 10th anniversary event. It started out every other year, so it's actually more over the course of 13 years, I believe, is what it is. But the 10th annual event this year. So it's kind of a celebratory week for us.
Well, congratulations for that. There is some golf being played in West Michigan tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken, in Benton Harbor. There's a new place called Harbor Shores, and they're going to have an exhibition with the architect of that new golf course, Jack Nicklaus. You heard of him? Johnny Miller from NBC, Arnold Palmer, and Tom Watson are going to be there,
too. That's a lineup.
Celebrating a course that's barely finished, and housing development there in Benton Harbor that's supposed to do a lot for that town, to sort of revitalize it. But what does this event mean to the city of Jackson?
Well, it's, as you said, it's a premier event. I mean, professional golf, here in the state, one of the last remaining, events that there is to see professional golf. And it really is a nice, feather in the cap, if you will, to be able to put that on the city of Jackson. It just means a lot in the stature and the status of the town.
And you have what are you going to be doing today? You've been volunteering your time.
Yes, I'm a volunteer with the event. Fox 47, of course, is the major media partner, and where I work. And this is just a charity that I fell in love with 7 years ago, and so I pour a lot of time into this event. This is my big charity that everybody seems to have their one that they like to support, and this is mine.
You and I were talking about branding yesterday here at this Wendy's Charity Classic, and then this is the ultimate branding campaign, isn't it?
Great
Pure
campaign.
Michigan?
Great campaign.
What do you
I love
think of it?
Yeah, it's just very well done, very well produced, very well thought out. I mean, the execution is excellence of execution.
What is meant by a branding campaign? You're an advertising expert.
Well, branding is a little more about putting your image out there and making sure that you're continually seen. And it's a little different than the hard sell. We have this on special this week. Come down and see us now for a limited time only. Branding is long term. Over the course of many months, to years, to make sure that you're constantly seen in the public's eye.
So you can do that all sorts of ways, but the recognition of the name or the face or maybe a concept.
Absolutely. People may act upon a message that they see, but they don't always remember how they saw the message or heard the message. And, that's what the branding is there for somebody to act when they don't even know that they're, being affected by something.
Yeah, almost subconsciously. Huh?
Absolutely.
Thank you very much. Good luck today at the Wendy's Charity Classic. John Brinkerhuff is with Fox 47 and a volunteer here for many years at this noble event. We'll find out about the charity dollars a little bit later, too.